bringing everyone up. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Monday, they'll go up against Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And for that game against Chicago, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take it to the floor, and they want to get off to a fast start this year.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. They've got Devin Booker, Bol out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Nick Richards, and it's O'Neal in at the 2 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Luka Doncic is out there with Connect, and it's Hayes in at the 5. So many things to love about opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Vanderbilt, the pass to Doncic. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. We talked about how he plans to contain Devin Booker. And Coach said first, we've got to be on him at all times. And second, we can't let him get favorable matchups. He needs our best defenders on him. Trying to work over screens and stay on top of Booker. That's the name of the game here, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes. First trip to the line for him here. Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt. Drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then. This is classic LeBron leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
Screen by Durant. Here's Booker. An open look for Durant. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Doncic passes to Hayes. James outside. Back to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Great find by Braun using his basketball IQ. If you don't understand how smart he is, just ask him.
Now here's Bol. Back to Booker. Jacks up a 3. And the three-pointer goes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
James passes to Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James. Doncic has got 7.
And look at Luka now getting aggressive at the arc. He was eager to answer that last 3.
Booker, the pass to Durant. And he drives in. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Now here's Booker. We saw him with 19 his last time out. He can't get that one to fall. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want. An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Back to Booker. Durant with a screen on Doncic. Booker finds Durant. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get off a shot. To the paint. And stolen by Vanderbilt. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And he finishes off the break with the lay-in.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Durant for three. And Booker, here we go. The kick to Durant. Clock at 6 to halt the run. And he lays it in. Durant's gotten his third basket of the night.
Oh, that's cute. You think you can play tough, physical D, but that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on.
James passes to Vanderbilt. Doncic on the wing. From deep. The Suns clear it. 23 seconds left in the first. Durant for three. Offensive rebound. Back to Booker. Down low. Here's Richards. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. From deep, here's Doncic. No good. Misses at the buzzer. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome back to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Devin Booker out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Bol, and it's Richards in at the 5.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. And this summer saw the passing of Laker legend, three-time Basketball Hall of Famer, the logo, Jerry West, an all-star every year of his outstanding playing career before going on to have such a successful career as a coach and as an executive. Guys, this league will bear his imprint forever. Jerry West will be missed.
An all-time great. Okay, Shams, thank you. Here's Doncic coming off a Suns make. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Now here's Booker. He's got 5. Out to the right wing. Bol, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Bol. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Hayes. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And here's Connect outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Now here's Booker. He's closely guarded. Here's Durant. Outside O'Neal. Durant with a screen on Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Durant drives in. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Super long. KD's arms stretched for days, helping him slam it on the bounce.
And Doncic puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to review the game plan. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. The Lakers, 3rd.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
And here's Doncic outside. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Slowly building up steam. Hit one from range in the first. He's hit two here in the second.
O'Neal passes to Durant. Durant owning the inside.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Well, Richard, I know you had the pleasure of guarding Kevin Durant. Not an easy assignment. What was that like?
You're right, D.A. I had the pleasure of guarding him in the NBA Finals. And let's say it was not the easiest of tasks. He's become such a complete player, there's no way to stop him. He takes what you give him, and he kills you with it.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
The Lakers have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Screen by James. Here's Doncic. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. Outside O'Neal. The kick to Durant. Launches it at the arc. KD drains it.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Pass to Durant. Here comes Durant. LeBron with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 9. Doncic on the wing, guarded by Durant. And Doncic with the jam.
What energy on the drive from Doncic. Charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
Inside. And that one is hammered home.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
LeBron going downhill. Oh, and the jam by James.
Okay, wow. Old man LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
On the wing, Durant. Booker with a screen on James. Durant finds Booker. Back to Durant. A screen on James. And that one's good by Durant. Durant's got 9 points in the quarter.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Doncic outside. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. And here's Connect outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Now, this is how you finish a first half, sending them to the locker room with a statement shot from three-point range.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
You take a look at the Lakers. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Suns.
They've been a step slow.
That does it for half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
We've got Cam Reddish. Alex Lynn is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 slot. That's the Laker 5.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Ryan, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie.
First team foul.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Lee. Just 4 to shoot. Beal outside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Beal's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, solid veteran move. Beal's aware of the shot clock and doesn't let the possession get away from them.
Here's Reeves. Oh, rejected by Beal. 3-on-3. Beal with a screen on Reddish. Allen finds Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Still showing a little bounce. Beal sends it home.
You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team. And now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it.
Three-pointer, Beal. No good there.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
And here's Reeves outside. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Dunn right side. To the inside. Plumlee goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Outside Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Bradley Beal.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Our 2K leaderboard focusing on last year's three-point shooting leaders. And you look at Allen, he is downright lethal from distance, ranking first in the league in three-point percentage.
Distance shooters are so accurate these days. It's a real honor to have topped that list.
Now here's Reeves. Pass to Lynn. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Rui Hachimura.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months, getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
Down low. Here's Lynn. Outside Finney-Smith. Takes the 3. Offensive board. Outside Reeves.
2 minutes.
Back to Lynn. Second chance shot. Can't hit that one. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. Suns trail by 9. Dunn right side. The three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Three-pointer. Beal drops in the 3. Beal's got 7 points. Los Angeles leading by 6. Reeves, the pass to Hachimura. Back to Reeves. 1:14 left in the third quarter. The shot's good. Reeves has gotten 4 this quarter.
Nice concentration from Reeves. Never loses focus despite the contact.
And stolen by Reeves. Finney-Smith, a screen. Shot is good by Reeves. And now it's a 10-point Laker lead.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Pass to Lee. There's a screen. The three. Deflected. Out of bounds.
Perfect timing by Hachimura. What a block.
35 seconds left in the third. Here's Dunn, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Here's Lynn, pass to Finney-Smith. Sinks the tray. And the Lakers lead by 11. And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for Phoenix. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for him. These are his first free throws of the game. No good on that one. He does not get the second one. Los Angeles leading by 11. And here's Connect outside. And they get it back. Pass to Doncic. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. He's had 4 chances at the line. He's made them all.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
Doncic hits them both. One second left. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in a good situation, up by 13. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Bol. Royce O'Neal is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's Dunn in at the three. Here's James. And it's James inside.
Powerful move by LeBron inside, not letting anything stop him from getting his shot.
Booker attacking. Outside Durant. And the shot's good.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Screen by James. Doncic feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. In the paint, Luka!
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
Durant against James. And the ball out of play. Lakers will have it. And Los Angeles making a change here. Reddish is checked in.
Number 5, Cameron.
The Lakers lead by 13. And here's Doncic outside. O'Neal pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Pass to Bol. The kick to Durant. Another shot. It's Hayes with the rebound.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Hayes with a screen on Durant. And he lobs it up top. And finished off by Hayes.
You know, the instincts of Luka Doncic are second to none. Such a natural playmaker.
Here's Durant. KD knocks it straight down.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. James with the ball. Durant covering. That one's good from James on the assist by Doncic. James has gotten 4 this quarter.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Here's Booker. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on LeBron James. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept the extra pass mentality the whole way.
Here's Booker. What balance from Booker.
Soft touch. Booker finding his spot, just floating it in.
Here's James. And it's Phoenix for the rebound.
He tried to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
And here's Doncic outside. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
Stretching his range as far as it will go. Doncic is so impressive.
Durant finds Booker. Back to Durant. That one off the back iron and out. Los Angeles leading by 15.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Lakers.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did, and at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Luka Doncic.
So impressed with this performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Durant with a screen on Reddish. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Here's Doncic. Outside Reddish. Here's James. Oh, and the jam by James.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Doncic outside. The 3-ball. Bull grabs the board. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Los Angeles ball.
Now Los Angeles with it. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Doncic into the lane. And Doncic hammers it home.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Long range from the inbound. Misses the shot. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. We saw two. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill.
Starting lineup.
You're wearing the... And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Denver Nuggets.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, that's one to watch for. Fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. And for Los Angeles, we've got Luka Doncic. James is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Reddish in at the 2-guard position. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
How about the vertical of Gilgeous-Alexander, a guard who can get up and throw it down.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
One thing LeBron James can dictate is how his teammates get going. Smart pass there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Dort. Finney-Smith passes to LeBron. Here's Doncic. Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
No good on that one. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career, but the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Williams. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. James kicks to Hayes. Here's Doncic. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. And here is Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Over Reddish. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the 3 by the Lakers. Oklahoma City moving it around. To end the drought. It's hauled in by LeBron. Los Angeles leading by 5. Plays it up and banks it in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And there is a whistle. That's going to go on Jackson Hayes. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
1:30 left in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Now here's James over Hartenstein. And Hayes kicks to Doncic. The three. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Here's Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And Jalen Williams had a plan there to outwork the defense. He knows you got to bring it to the paint.
Doncic looking it over from deep three-point territory. Here's James. Pass to Hayes. Back to LeBron. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. James has got 5.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And a deep three from Doncic. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Los Angeles on top. They're We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Doncic going to work. And opening day here for both of these teams. Brent Berry, the fans are full of optimism.
Well, the seeds have been planted in the offseason, Kevin. What's about to bloom for these franchises as the year goes on? I mean, lots of movement around the league, but it's about the growth of your favorite team and watching these storylines play out as teams march towards the playoffs. A long ways away, but tonight's where it starts.
Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Hartenstein, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Dort against Doncic. Pass to James. And he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Here's Williams, taken away by Hayes. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Pass to Doncic. And the slam by Doncic.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Sinks the triple.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Jordan against Doncic. Three-pointer. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut back down to 8. An important basket there from George.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like the...
Oh, LeBron does it again!
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. A little extra on that one.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
That bucket in no time at all. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. On the wing, Williams. Finney-Smith defending. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Outside, George. The shot. Lakers with the rebound. LeBron's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they get the ball.
The 3 for Doncic. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 11. To the inside. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time, Dort playing unselfishly.
Doncic against Dort. Back to Doncic. Yes! It's James picking up the assist. And that's 15 points for Luka Doncic.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from a charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
James looking around. Here's Rex. And that one released in time, but no good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Los Angeles. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days? And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Lakers.
As a team, you love a night like that.
That'll do it for our show.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
We've got Connect. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Koloko in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. The shot's good from Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's got his first 2 points of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
As a junior college product, Dalton Kenneth Craig didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Out on his own on the break. Here's Caruso. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And stolen by Wiggins. Pass to Joe. Wallace right side. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Reeves drives in, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
On deep, Reeves. They get it back. Vanderbilt misses from close range.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
They get it again. Out to Wallace. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Second shot opportunity. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Joe. And it's blocked. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
On that attitude, going by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And he commits the intentional foul. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference, you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantage of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way. Rui Hachimura is one of those guys who you're assured of as putting in the work in the offseason. His shot has gotten a little bit more accurate, and the confidence that he plays with continues to grow.
Beyond the arc. Lakers with the rebound. On the wing, Reeves. Covered by Joe. Reeves the pass to Hachimura. Reeves outside. Sweet little floater. Reeves has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And Reeves comes to help. Wiggins right side. Ripped away. Wallace against Reeves. There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Caruso kicks to Williams. Back to Caruso. From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Caruso's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Oklahoma City. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Connect. Here's Koloko. And the three off target. Here's Joe. And he banks in the layup. Joe's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Thunder.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
16 feet away, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ahead by...
Come on, everyone.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us.
Make some noise.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Told his guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thanks, David. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Finney-Smith finds James. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Holmgren.
You see LeBron just shrug off that contact there. It's like nothing even hit him.
Thunder trailing by 9. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren for the 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Reddish, defended by Holmgren. Williams against LeBron. Holmgren with it. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams can't get it to go. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a 9-point lead. Will not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holmgren's got his first basket of the night.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Holmgren against James. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. 6 to shoot. Reddish the pass to Finney-Smith. Over Holmgren. From 16 feet away, he can't. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Going to work now from the mid-range. LeBron's going to take whatever the defense gives him.
Williams sends a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Nailed from three-point land. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Nice move. James. And the dunk by LeBron.
And another great performance here from LeBron on the offensive end. Man, that is the norm.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down hard and nasty.
Man, this guy is one of the most athletic guards in the league. SGA off the charts.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There's a lot of things that they love about Jalen Williams, but his polished all-around game is something appreciated. He can fill the roles and fill the holes for whatever they need to do.
And the The second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a two-possession deficit. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Dort wide open. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Los Angeles leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Resch. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Holmgren against LeBron. Pass to Hayes. Back to James. There's the 3. The Thunder pull it in.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Doncic. And he converts the layup. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down. 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Pass to Reddish. LeBron James on the wing. And here's Doncic from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
Excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, VA, absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, he's certainly got all the tools. SGA proving to be increasingly a threat from deep.
Here's Booker, the kick to Durant. Booker with a screen on Holmgren. Here's Durant, tipped away. Outside, Williams. The offensive rebound. Williams on the wing. And it's in, off the glass.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
The 12th overall pick in 2022. Jalen Williams. What a find by the Thunder, Doris.
This is so exciting for this organization because even though J-Dub went to a mid-major school, wasn't a big high school recruit, he ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's getting better and better. He has got an unbelievable future.
So it's Oklahoma City now, after the basket by Phoenix on the other end. And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half in. Holmgren with a screen on Durant. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it. Here's Booker. Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. Fires in the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Booker, and Booker with the jam.
A little athletic ability on display by D-Book.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the game.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Booker with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Richards, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that's what I liked about Devin Booker in the two-man game. This guy doesn't force anything. He always makes the right basketball play.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Dort against Booker. Pass to Williams. 5 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. On the wing, Durant. Dort with a steal. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Shoots over Booker. Now Hartenstein. Dort outside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Oh, my goodness. How about the impressive vertical by Lou Dort? No doubt on that slam.
Durant inside. Holmgren's there. And that one's good by Durant. Durant's got his third basket on the night right there. Inside. Here's Hartenstein. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Booker, pass to Durant. Fires the 3. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome back to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Bol out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Richards in at the 5, down low. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, B.A., he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks. I love when Shai does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Booker. Oh, Booker in close.
Well, that's what you call a tough 2, because if you're in the lane at D-Book's size, you never know what could happen.
Hartenstein with a screen on Durant. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Kept alive. Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Great touch from deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
O'Neal passes to Durant. Bol with it. Durant with a screen on Hartenstein. Here's Bol. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bol's got his second basket.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Outside, Williams. That one falls. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Booker looking around. Outside Durant. To the paint. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Oklahoma City. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, that's one to watch for. The fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm really interested in how those teams match up this early in the season.
Pass to Holmgren. This one for three. Outside for Dort. Now Williams. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the three ball to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20 points.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
Durant, the pass to Richards. Outside for Booker. Hartenstein against Bull. Just 5 on the clock. Booker for three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 7. A minute 6 left in the second. They set the screen. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision-making.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot-blocking teams. Second, the Thunder.
They built a reputation around the league last season. Do not test them at the rim.
Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
To the inside. Here's Hartenstein. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Picks up his 3rd foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
To the middle. Here's Richards. Boom! He jams it straight down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Durant. Shakes him. Look at Shea playing big inside.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
Now Booker. Gets it off. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first half. Oklahoma City ahead, up 9. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
welcome. And fellow,
If anyone out there is still sleeping on SGA, you better wake up. This dude is an elite scoring option.
and moving along a Met. Thanks as always.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
On the court for the Thunder, they've got Alex Caruso. Isaiah Joe is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams, and it's Wiggins in at the 4.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Wallace, the pass to Caruso. Reverses. Got a hand on it. Here's Dunn. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Williams. The layup misses.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Beal against Caruso. It's stolen by Dunn. Got a piece of it. Suns trail by 7. Martin, the pass to Dunn. Can't cash it in from close range. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for OKC. They've led by as many as 11. Right side, Williams. Plumlee pulls down the board.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Wiggins against Allen. Wiggins passes to Caruso. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Wiggins gets it to go. The assist by Caruso. Wiggins has got his first 3 points of the game. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
The kick out to Williams. Williams with the screen. Here's Caruso. Back to Williams. Pass to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Joe. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Isaiah Joe, a sweet shooter, folks. That 3 ball is on point.
Here's Martin. Here he goes. And let's use this time to have a look at last year's steals lead. And they stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
People will worry that this would slow the action.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The first free throw is good. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Martin against Caruso. Three-pointer. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Picked it out of midair. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Williams' shot is good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
And here's Caruso outside. Rebounded by Dunn.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And Allen gets it to go.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Wallace, the pass to Caruso. Left side, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Joe with the ball. Picked up by Allen. And the basket by Joe. Joe's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And stolen by Holmgren. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth personal foul. First team.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Royce O'Neal. Kevin Durant is out there with Bol. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Richards in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
The shot by Dort, no good. Suns trail by 6. O'Neal with it. Guarded now by Williams. On the take, Booker. No good with a layup. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Dort outside. Pass to Williams. 6 to shoot.
Hey, yo, right here.
Misses the baby hook. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Bull. The Thunder with the rebound. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Dort for 3. And that comes off the assist. Assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 5th assist in this one. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant for 3. That shot off.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Booker. From outside the arc. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Suns trail by 12. Durant, the pass to O'Neal. Offline with a 3.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, PA. The fluidity, the mechanics, the purity. KB's jumper is sweet.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Suns trail by 10. Booker for 3. Oh, yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
Wow, Booker playing a little bit of cat and mouse. Smart enough to know when it's better to pull up.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. And here's Dort. Back to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from deep. Bull grabs the board. Bull's got 4 rebounds now. Dort against Booker. They set the pick for 3. Durant. Williams grabs the board. Thunder leading by 7. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, J-Dub rising to the rim. We see you, Mr. Williams.
And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Hartenstein a screen. There's 47 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Shot from the top of the key. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Shot clock at 5. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Suns. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching.
Elker wearing the... Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Rui Hachimura.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
And now the Lakers starting group. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Connect out there with Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Suns, Nick Richards out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Dunn. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's KD in at the 3. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Shot clock at 6. Durant, that's good. Coaching staffs, Clark, have certainly grown since your time in the league. Do you think that can lead to too many voices in the locker room?
I really don't think that's an issue, Kevin, because no matter how many coaches you have, typically they are all in sync, and the head coach has usually put his staff together, and therefore they're moving in the same direction.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Now, here's Bol. A shot by KD. No good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Booker. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Kicks it out to James. Pass to Doncic. James sets the screen for Doncic. Back to LeBron. It's good from long range.
I guess the defense was not expecting the quick release. LeBron can get it up and down in a hurry, though.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for it.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Vanderbilt with the screen. And another 3 for the... Lakers.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here's Booker from the arc. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's LeBron. An easy 2 points on the lane. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. Durant, wide open, he fires. That three off the mark. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Suns. Vanderbilt inside. Defended by Richard. Good on the triple. He's got 8.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the height that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Doncic finds James. Back to Doncic. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's blocked. KD against James. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Now, this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. Doncic looking it over. Driving in, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Luka's so smart to get other guys involved in the action. Very good at not forcing it and trying to do everything himself.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's LeBron. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has... Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
You know, I love the fact, too, that they've been aggressive in penetrating the defense, attacking that paint, getting the ball inside. So far, their aggressiveness has ruled the day.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Doncic out there with Connect, and it's Hayes in at the pivot, manning the middle. There's the triple from Durant.
No fear or hesitation from KD. He's able to hit from anywhere.
One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense. KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
James, a screen on KD. Doncic dishes to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Fires from 14. Good as the jump shot falls. 14 points for Luka Doncic.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
Does he even have to jump? Bol is a long guy.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Rebound by the Suns. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stand on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor. Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now. And so far, no go.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Doncic against KD. Doncic passes to LeBron. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
In attack mode, we've seen this from James now for what, 2 decades?
Vanderbilt against Booker. Dunn looking over the floor. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it last.
And so far the story on Luka Doncic. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 34 points a game last season. 10 assists and 9 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's LeBron. James gets inside and finishes. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong, he's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Here's James. Out to Doncic. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Doncic. The three-pointer, no good.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And the shot goes in.
An outstanding performance from Durant so far. But you know what? That's par for the course for him. He's just a natural scorer.
Doncic. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 4th rebound in this one. No good from Durant.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish it. He knows it. Lone opportunity.
And it's Connect in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Phoenix has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Booker. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
The Lakers trail. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. LeBron James on the wing. Dunn covering. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Lakers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, Connect started his NBA journey at a community college, grew 3 inches while he was there, eventually transferred to a major program and to a first-round pick.
James, no good. Here's Durant, using his length inside. Durant.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Doncic. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. He's been a major threat from 3-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space.
And during that first half of... And that concludes...
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on... 2K Sports. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
O'Neal is out there with Cody Martin. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Allen. And it's Beal in at the point. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Lakers trail by 3. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Back to Reeves. Pass to Len. 4 on the clock. Shot on the wing. Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Boy, give Reeves a save there. I mean, that possession was headed nowhere.
Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Beal, the pass to Plumlee. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Allen outside. Fires for 3. And no good that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
Hey, we know it's hard to score in this league. Reeves knows that too. That's why he wants to score in transition whenever he can.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from O'Neal. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. AD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. Los Angeles making a switch here. Coloco's checked in. Reeves outside. And Coloco gets it to go.
Assisted by
Coloco's got his first bucket of the night. Right side, Beal. Martin finds Allen.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Back to Martin.
2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Allen. Pass to Plumlee. It's stolen. Reeves against O'Neal. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Traps in the tray. And it's a 6-point Laker lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Martin penetrating. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Here's Reeves. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Nice effort by Reeves that time. Just wasn't going to be denied despite getting fouled.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
Back to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
I love how under control Hachimura is. Able to push his way through the contact and score. Nice work.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. Suns trail by 8. Done outside. Top of the key, Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Down low. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
That's the defense's fault right there. You can't allow Durant to get that kind of position.
23 seconds left to play in the third. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Reeves. 9 points in the game so far. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Picked by Finney-Smith. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And boom! Sends it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. For three, Durant beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team getting crowned. Lakers ahead, leading by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. It's just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but...
And here we go with the coach's challenge.
First team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
No good from Booker. Lakers leading by 3. On the wing, James. James jackhammers it down.
An ultra competitor in everything he does. LeBron doesn't go up just for the simple layup. He wants to throw it down.
And the dunk by Booker.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Booker in stride. That one falls. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
And how about the energy on the take from Booker? The defense looking helpless to stop it.
James against Dunn. Fader on the way. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Los Angeles ball.
Here's Doncic. LeBron with a screen on KD. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Offline with his 3. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. It's a 1-point game. Durant with a screen on Doncic. Here's Booker. Oh! Booker with the bounce.
And getting physical with his play. Booker just attacking the
LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. Takes a 3. Again, James missing. Phoenix has gone 5-9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Outside for Durant. A second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. KD's got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
James, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them. This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Booker looking around. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
The drive by Doncic. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. Outside for Durant. In comes Durant. Booker outside. Just 4 to shoot. Goes back up. Reddish grabs the rebound. LA's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. The 3 from LeBron. LeBron James making it look easy from deep.
And James has made so many big shots throughout his career. This is nothing new.
They get it again. Lakers leading by 3. 1:09 left in the 4th quarter. A nice shot by Doncic.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Outside for KD. And they get it. Richards. Count it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Back to KD. It's up a 3. The Lakers with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Pass to Reddish. And here is Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, a screen on Bol. James with a deep 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Booker. Yes!
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And So it's the Lakers who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic...
Hey, Kevin, this is...
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alder.
team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
Here are the 5 for the Lakers. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Cam Reddish is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center position. Shot clock at 3. The shot by Dort, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
James outside. Dort with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Sinks it from distance.
Outside, inside, in between, doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. First quarter of play, a minute in. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. Anything short of that is a failure. And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Outside Vanderbilt. James against Hartenstein. James passes to Vanderbilt. Clock at 6. Back to James. Nails it from beyond the arc.
I like how fast Bron makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the right wing. There's the triple. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now, here is James. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren.
Stein. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Reddish covering. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Lakers trail by 4. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. Outside for Dort. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. So he just draws so much attention, he can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
So it's Los Angeles now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Out to James. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Pulling out the veteran move. LeBron gets the D to bite on the pump fake.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
A bit ago, Mark Daigneault and I were able to chat. We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, B.A.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Doncic with the bucket.
The one guy you can't forget about is Doncic. I mean, when he's running the floor, you gotta stay with him.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the right side. Williams from long range. They get it again. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. 6-point game. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball.
That one drops for him.
This is Doncic's pure shooting ability in action, making it look easy with that nice floater.
The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his third assist of the night. James, right side. And stolen by Holmgren. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Thunder. They lead by 5. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome back to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
That's simple.
Whoa! Are you kidding me, LeBron?
Okay, wow, old man LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander to the wing, right side. Hartenstein with a screen on James. Holmgren, the pass to Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Holmgren. Holmgren powers through traffic.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
James, a screen on Dort. Doncic passes to James. Now here's Hayes. Soft touch off the glass. Hayes has got his first points of the night.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Nice move. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist with that last one. Outside Vanderbilt. Off target from outside.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
The shot by James, no good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Williams misses.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Tipped. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Doncic. Tightly guarded, and it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. Screen by Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong take from Gilgeous-Alexander. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Here's James, and it's James with the jam.
This is classic LeBron, leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander, he's got 7. And he can't jam it through. Lakers trail by 5. James passes to Doncic. 1:57 left in the half. 5 on the clock. James outside. Here's the floater. Doncic outside. The shot no good. Great D that time from Holmgren. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Doncic, good.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Outside, Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. It's James on the wing. To the paint. And finished off by Hayes.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
Williams from long range. Rebounded by the Lakers. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one, and that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the ball out of play. Lakers will have it. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. James can't get it to go. Vanderbilt against Williams. For 3, Vanderbilt with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Down it goes. Jam that one home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, welcome.
Showing they know how to play, team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there, showing they know how to play.
And now we get to check out the top performers. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Ryan Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Aaron Wiggins out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Cason Wallace. Then it's Isaiah Joe. And it's Williams in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Finney Smith inside, hounded by Wiggins. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Wallace, the pass to Caruso. With the teardrop. He can't hit that time. The Lakers trail. Pass to Koloko. Back to Finney Smith. Reeves with the ball. Watched by Wallace. For the tie. 6 to shoot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And here's what the schedule for the Oklahoma City Thunder looks like. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Kyle Lowry and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Kings, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Caruso misses. Well, Los Angeles shooting around 50% in the game so far. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
For the lead, Caruso grabs the board. And for the Thunder, they're shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Got a piece of it. They get it back, and the shot's good by Wiggins. A tight game here in Oklahoma City. Pass to Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Oh, what a finish. Rui showing off that athletic ability.
Here's Caruso. Tipped. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside Joe. Pass to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. A deep 3.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game. It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
Pass to Koloko. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Always ready to put the team first. Reeves wants the ball in the hands of the most ready scorer.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe of the game. Thunder trail by 4. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Williams passes to Caruso. The 3. Reeves with some nice D.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Down low. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
And it's time to give you a look at the top 3-point shooting teams from a year ago. Oklahoma City, number 1.
And looking at last season, the thing that jumps out at you is their 3-point percentage. Best in the league in that category, which is great to see considering how valued the 3-ball is nowadays in our game.
The burst of Caruso can surprise defenders.
Here's Reeves. And he banks in the layup. Reeves has got 5 now.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
On the wing, Caruso. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Koloko. Back to Reeves. Lets it go from 11. And the shot falls short that time. Thunder trail by 6. On the wing, Caruso. Hachimura covering. Back to Joe. Takes a 3. Wiggins. Poke loose. The Lakers have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. And he's all alone. Finished off the break. Caruso's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, that is a tough shot to master. You got to credit Caruso for being in the lap and putting time on that floater.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Finney-Smith. Drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Caruso up top. Hachimura covering. Caruso misses. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he's got his 4th free throw of the game.
I don't think there's a team out there that doesn't want a player like Austin Reeves. This is a guy who is willing to sacrifice on both ends of the floor.
Again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out this quarter. The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Thunder trail by 7. And so in the game for Los Angeles, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Cam Reddish is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hayes. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Lakers.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Hardenstein passes to Williams. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep.
The division is far past his years. Williams with great decision-making.
Here's Doncic. Out to James. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Dort against Reddish. Dort, the pass to Holmgren. Williams with it. 4 on the clock. Over Vanderbilt. Williams misses. Los Angeles leading by 4. James with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. James passes to Doncic. From deep 3-point land. The Thunder pull it in. Hardenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hardenstein. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And here's Doncic outside. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul. Thunder trail by 4. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. That's tipped. Doncic on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. The 3 is up. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires for 3. James with the rebound. James has got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And the Lakers lead by 6.
James is so good at disguising his pull-up jumper.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Reddish.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
And stolen by Vanderbilt. Doncic, right side. Tries to break his ice. Nice finish from Luka.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists in the game. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Here's James on the wing. Fires from deep. Oh, come on! LeBron from way back.
Like, how many times have we seen this before? LeBron James taking over when they needed him more.
Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
For your thunder, people set Gilgeous-Alexander taking 2 shots.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's James. Kicks it to Doncic. James, right side. Nails it from 3. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Oh, sweet move. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it from the high post. It's Hayes with the rebound. And stolen by Williams. Here's Hartenstein. So we see the Lakers get the win here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road,
on opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Bull out there with Nick Richards. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Offensive rebound. Pass to Williams. There's the triple. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The 3 ball. Shots good by Durant.
KD really just rising up against anybody. That height and length makes him so dangerous.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. Now, we spoke about how his team is prepared to try and defend Bradley Beal tonight. Coach said we want to keep that ball out of his hands as much as possible. Make somebody else be the playmaker and scorer. That's our goal. It's a difficult challenge. We'll see if they're successful. Guys?
Thank you, David.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
And free throw good from Hartenstein. And so Hartenstein nails both of them. Here's Booker. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's KD. And then jammed down right as he goes over Jalen Williams.
Yeah, could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Hartenstein with the screen on Beal. Here's Williams. And Ball pulls it down.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Durant, the pass to Ball. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Hartenstein. And now a fast break for the Thunder. For 3, Williams gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Booker the pass to Richards. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
It's Beal on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Inside, Richards. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, known for his scoring, there are times when Bradley Beal can be that off-ball playmaker.
Pass to Holmgren. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Now here's Williams. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Hartenstein. Dort against Beal. Takes it inside, and that one's good. Richards.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Durant, and the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Pass to Richards. Back to Booker. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams finds Holmgren. Fires from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Suns. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Bol. And it's Richards in at the center position. And it's good, 2 points. Booker's got his first points of the night.
And Booker's got one of the quickest releases in the game.
Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Bradley Beal picks one up. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Now here's Durant. He's got 7. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
The slam from KD, just getting to the rim for an easy one.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. Missed inside. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Beal with a screen on George. Shots good by Durant. KD's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. And then Durant with the dunk.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Williams gets the bucket.
They're so accurate from deep. Williams can torch you.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Booker in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Booker, good. Durant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Right side, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. No good on the 3. Suns leading by 7. Holmgren with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts it up. KD's shot is off.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
I love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, coming off 31 points last game. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And that game against the Clippers, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start to the year.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Kicks it out to Booker. KD on the wing. Defended by Holmgren. And then Durant with the jam.
I'm scratching my head. Is there a 4-level scorer? KD could be that.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
And Phoenix has possession. The Thunder making the shot. KD looking around. Using his length inside. Durant.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Here's Booker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Suns shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 15 points in the game. Booker against Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Booker. Williams dishes to Holmgren. 4 on the shot clock. The kick out to Williams. Shot from the wing. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. That's good from Beal on the assist by Bull. And it's a 9-point Suns lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mike. Stout effort.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Taking the center court and get ready for the fan.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game. And guys, let's take a moment. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
They've got Wiggins. Mason Wallace is out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Wiggins passes to Waltz. Over to the left wing. A wide open look here for Caruso. Drills it from outside. Caruso's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Oklahoma City. To the middle. O'Neal finds Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Number 1, Grayson Allen.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Wiggins against O'Neal. Wiggins kicks to Waltz. Pass to Caruso. Fires the three. Plumlee with the rebound.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Here's Lee. A kick out to O'Neal. No coverage, that's O'Neal. O'Neal's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns. Wallace outside. Back to Caruso. Williams sets a screen for Caruso. The Thunder with another miss.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. Last year, getting it done. And he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And you're right. Not only did he dial it up from deep all year, he did it with tremendous consistency. That's the kind of three-point efficiency you want. Caruso, the pass to Wiggins. Inside. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Williams. From downtown. Rebound by the Suns.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
1:52 left in the third quarter. Williams, a screen on Dunn. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Knocked loose. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Show some love once again.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. The shot's good from Plumlee.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Wallace, the pass to Caruso. And so Oklahoma City again turning it over. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. Second, the Thunder.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
First team foul.
54 seconds left to play here in the third. also with the steal.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Dunn misses.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
To the inside. Pass to Wallace. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Williams for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Bull out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at center. Here's Booker. And Devin Booker in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Holmgren with a screen on KD. Holmgren finds Dort. They get it back. Right wing. Outside Williams. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with it.
Booker dishes to Durant. Back to Booker. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. KD against Holmgren. Back to Durant. Latrey. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. A nice shot by Booker.
So good at finishing around the gaps in the defense, and when Booker gets in the space, he's going to let it fly.
And here are the Suns now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. That's good from Durant.
Well, one of the most lethal players in the game. Durant loves being a nightmare to defend and winning these trips to the free throw line.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Phoenix.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Suns?
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
SGA from way out there, knocking down the three.
Here's Booker. And he lays it straight in. Booker's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
A nice shot by Hartenstein.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Booker with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That is his first foul of the game. Poked away. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. Took him no time at all on that one.
Great timing on that play, and Williams with no wasted motion.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. And then Durant with the jam.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Durant kicks to Booker. Driving to the basket. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
Look at number 6. You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Booker the pass to Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And the Suns lead by 18.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
So it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one to come into an... All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports.